most amazing artists. I hope you are having a great day today. Welcome to a new week for our color mixing turtles. So far during this project, we have made 3 different colors. We mixed green, we mixed orange, and we mixed violet. Do you remember what 2 colors you need to make violet? If you said blue and red, give yourself a pat on the back. What about orange? What 2 colors do I need to make orange? Red and yellow. Good job. Give yourself a pat on the back. And last but certainly not least, do you remember what 2 colors you need to make green? Yes, you need blue and yellow. So go ahead and give yourself one last pat on the back. Good job, friends. Now we mixed all these colors on a paper plate, and this is going to be our turtle shell. We're going to turn these into cute little turtles. And you're going to need a couple of things. We'll need our paper plates that we've painted. Miss M has drawn some shapes on a piece of paper for you, and this is going to be our turtle's head and his 4 legs. You're going to be using some scissors, some glue, and we're going to use this little glue cup with a glue brush, and this is going to help us put our glue down a lot easier. If you have some time at the end after you cut and glue, then you can take some crayons in the same color as your turtle shell. So for my green one, I would use a green crayon. I wouldn't put purple on my green because we want to keep this just a green turtle. Okay, but the crayons are only if you finish cutting and gluing first. So the first thing we have to do is we have to cut out all of these shapes, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes all together. And let's talk about scissors for a second, because scissors can be very dangerous if we are not careful and if we don't take our time. So please, while you're cutting today, try to think about if you're cutting safely. To hold a pair of scissors, you're going to take your thumb and it's going to go into the smaller hole. So put your thumb in the smaller hole of our scissors, and then your fingers are going to go in the larger hole. Maybe you can fit 4 fingers, maybe you can only fit 3 or 2. I think I can fit 3 very comfortably. If I try to squeeze my pinky in there, then it hurts my hand a little bit. So don't squeeze all your fingers in there if they don't fit. Maybe you can only fit 3 or 2. Really just depends on what is the most comfortable for you. And for me, I can fit 3 fingers in the larger part of my scissors right here. Also, while we're cutting, we want to practice keeping our thumb on top. That means our fingers are not on top because we have to twist our arm and we don't have very good control of our scissors. But when we twist our scissors around and our thumb is on top here, then it's a lot easier to control where our scissors are going. Last but not least, we want to make sure the blade or the silver part of our scissors are facing away from us. We never want our scissors to be facing towards us because that could be very, very dangerous. Always make sure your scissors are pointed away from you. Now, one hand is holding my scissors, my other hand is being lazy, so we have to give him a job, and his job is to hold my paper. He's gonna hold my paper and he is going to show my scissors where to cut. So my scissors are just opening and closing, opening and closing. My lazy hand over here is holding my paper and it's showing my scissors where to cut. So my scissors aren't going around this shape because look what happens. Then my scissors are pointing towards my body, and we don't want that. We want our scissors always to be facing away from our body. So that's where my lazy hand comes into play. He's holding my paper and he is rotating or moving my paper around, showing my scissors where to cut. And we are cutting on this black line that Miss M drew for us. Try your best and go as slow as you need to, because if you try to rush, then you might accidentally get hurt. Because remember, scissors can be very dangerous if you're not careful. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the rest of my shapes. It looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go, and I'm going to use my very best scissors safety to do this, and I'll be right back to show you the next step. Alright, I just finished cutting out all 5 of my shapes, but I want to make sure that I have 5. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I have 5, so I am ready to start gluing. And here is how we're going to glue. So we need to open up our little glue cup, and we're not going to glue these shapes to the top of our turtle shell. We're going to flip our turtle shell over to the white side of our paper plate, and we're going to glue it to this side. So to glue them down, we are going to take some glue. We're just going to paint it right on this straight part of our shape. We don't want to paint it on the curved side because the curved side is going to be sticking out. It's not going to get glued down. The only part of the shape that's getting glued down is the side with the straight edge. So only put glue on that side, and I'm just painting it onto my shape. Then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to glue it to the inside of my plate. And after we put it down where we want it, we are going to have to hold it down and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then it should be glued down. Then when we flip it over, we can see we have one leg on our turtle now. So let's go ahead and go to our next shape. Are we going to put glue on the curved side of our shape? No, the glue goes on the straight side of our shape. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to get some glue. I'm going to paint it on the straight side of my plate. And then I'm going to flip it over, and we don't want to glue these right next to each other. We want to jump a little space over and then glue it down. And whenever we glue something down, we know we need to count to 10. So I'm going to hold it down with my fingers, and I'm going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there we go. And when I flip it over, now he has 1, 2 feet. So I'm gluing down my third shape, and I just want to remind you guys, don't glue these right next to each other. We want to skip a little space, leave some space in between your shapes. After I glued all of my shapes down, I went ahead and chose one for his face because he has 1, 2, 3, 4 legs, and then we have an extra one, and that's going to represent our turtle's head. And I took a black crayon and I just added some circles for his eyes and a simple curved line for his smile. I also added some cool designs to his turtle shell using a green crayon. This is a lighter green color. And I just started drawing some triangles. But you can draw whatever shapes you would like to on your turtle shell. Maybe you want to draw circles, maybe you want to draw squares or triangles. The only thing is, this is my green turtle, so I'm not going to use purple on his turtle shell. We can only use greens on our green turtle. And then that's it for our green one. I'm going to do the same exact thing to my orange turtle shell and my purple turtle shell, and then I'll be right back to show you all 3 of my turtles done. We go. All 3 of my beautiful turtles are complete. I hope you guys had a lot of fun during this project and learning how to mix green, orange, and violet. I can't wait to see how your turtles turn out. I know they're going to be amazing because you guys are amazing. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.